What's up? Happy Friday. I hope you are having a fabulous day. Let me know, how's your Friday going? Did you do anything like fun? Are you planning anything fun for the weekend? What's going on in your world? Today, we are going to try our wines from our November wine club. So we've got two whites, two reds, all sorts of yumminess. So if you have not tried our wine club and you're interested in like giving that a look, I will drop a little link in the comments so you can check it out, get all the things. And so all of that jazz hands, all the good stuff. So say hey, tell me where you're tuning in from. For those who might not know who I am, I'm Tiara, aka T, the Wine Diva. I've worked in the wine industry for over 5 years. I have tasted a lot of wine. A lot of wine. It's a very hard job. I understand, but someone's got to do it so we can help you figure out what wines best fit your palate and understand pairings and all of that good stuff. I love to help people figure out what's best for them, how to pair it, and just elevate their wine experience. So yes, and then this gentleman with me, who are you, dude?
I'm Mr. J. I'm here for the wine.
You're here for the wine. This is my boyfriend, for those who might not know. And he's just here to, yes, exactly, drink wine and hang out. So I'm going to pull this up on my phone because for whatever reason, StreamYard sometimes doesn't pull the comments in from Facebook groups. So I want to make sure that if someone's saying things, I know what you're saying and I can address you appropriately and all of that jazz. And then we can get to the good part, which is drinking. Yeah? Is it time to drink? Do you have a drink? What are you drinking? All right. Boom. Testing it out. All right, so we're going to start with the Jim Sellers Citrina. Can you pass me the Citrina, please?
Will, and shall.
Oh, if I had properly planned, I did intend to have multiple glasses. So we're gonna just drink out of red wine glasses today. But I had thought about like actually having white wine glasses, and then I just didn't. It's kind of just how that went. So we're gonna use the little foil cutter, cut the foil. You kind of don't have to do it. You can totally like stick the screw all the way through the foil and pull it up, but then that leaves you with jagged foil edges and potential foil in your glass. So up to you whether or not you want to cut the foil. It does make for a prettier display and less likely to have like sharp edges and things. So up to you. So let's do this. A little for me.
Which one are you most excited to taste? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
4.
I think this one's got me pretty excited.
It's got you excited? Why are you excited about it?
I'm like a judge book by its cover type of person, or wine by its bottle, and that one looks like it's full of refreshment.
Full of refreshment. So it's in kind of like a burgundy style bottle shape. I love that. Okay, so like in my like woo-woo space, I'm getting into crystals. So I'm really excited about this line because they're gems. Gems are crystals. And okay, nerd time over. But it is an off dry, so in the middle. So I'm kind of excited for this too. Like my favorite white wine is a Chenin Blanc. So I'm assuming that it's going to kind of be Chenin Blanc like. So let's see here. We actually did a tasting with the winemaker on Tuesday, and he went through all the wines, and Alex is amazing. He's French. He's from Bordeaux. He has the most amazing little accent. I just love listening to him talk about. I could like cork dork with him all day. But anyways, this is a blend of French Colombard, Chardonnay, Thompson, and Gewürztraminer.
I
love to say Gewürztraminer. Did you already taste it? This man.
Look, I got to give the color commentary on my face while you
What up, Jessica? How are you? So remember, like, bring your friends to this. If you don't see anyone live with you, like, mention them in the comments. Invite them to the party. If they're not in the group, you got to invite them to the group first, and then you can invite them to the party. It is best served cold. It's 12.5% alcohol. Goes well with chicken wings, grilled fish, mac and cheese, mozzarella, and Swiss. Yes, all of this is written on a card. I don't even have to memorize it, which makes my job super, super easy, especially after a couple glasses of wine. Pairs well with the citrus marinated salmon. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look delightful, healthy, yum yum? The Rock would eat this. So I looked up last night. I don't know what kind of mood I was in. I just looked up what The Rock's diet was. This man eats like 20 ounces of steak every day, and that's an inclusion of like chicken and salmon and all sorts of other stuff. Like his diet is banana sandwich, but salmon and salad, he would totally put that on his meal plan. So boom. All right, so looking at this, it's got a rich color to it. So I expect a lot of flavor. You can't really tell. It's kind of harder to see. Why did you like throw my card away? So you can kind of see when I put a card behind it, but the lighting kind of is changing it up. But it looks really golden from my perspective. So when it's richer in color, it's gonna have a little bit more flavor. It's probably spent some time in some oak. So you can expect some like more fruity notes and a lot more like unctuousness to it versus something that's lighter, which would be more crisp and refreshing, right? All right, so we're gonna swirl it up. I can smell the Gewürztraminer, like fruity tropical notes.
I think I just like Gewürztraminer, so anything it's in, I'm interested in.
Yeah, this is on my this is kind of exactly what I thought it was gonna taste like. It's gonna have some tropical notes. It's gonna have a touch of sweetness to it, but it's off dry, so it's not too dry. Fair amount of acidity, so like fish, chicken wings, nice little easy drinking. You could probably do like mozzarella sticks. Like I'm thinking about Super Bowl or whatever. I don't know. Is sports happening right now? Is that still a thing? But like Super Bowl, like nachos and that kind of thing, this would be easy drinking, especially if you're trying to like not have a beer crowd. This one right here.
Personally, I think I would do a white sangria with that.
White sangria would be delightful with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And see, this is why I had to start ahead of you.
Why?
I'm savoring.
You're savoring?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
You are dessert. Hey, Tanya, how are you doing? Yes, exciting. Are you drinking anything? Jessica, are you drinking anything?
It's part of becoming an experienced wine drinker when you start developing more language and adverbs and descriptions instead of saying you're slow. I'm savoring it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what descriptions and words are you learning, sir?
Yep. It's trying to bring in all of this unctuous flavor and tantalizing aromas.
Tantalizing aromas,
Tantalizing, yeah.
Okay.
When's the last time you've been tantalized by a wine?
I don't know, just now maybe? I feel like that sounded a little like inappropriate.
Tantalizing? Nah.
Like the wine tantalized me. That's kind of, I don't know.
I'm sure it's appropriate. You know, it's gotta be you and your wine by yourself, though. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, get out.
Hey, I didn't say you need to be tantalized today.
You're funny. You're funny, honey.
Thank you.
All right. So we've got the Topazo, which is going to be a drier white wine. I'm assuming it's going to be more like Sauvignon Blanc-like, or maybe like a dry Riesling. Looking at the varietals, it's Colombard, Gewürztraminer, Riesling, and Chenin Blanc. Yes, Gewürztraminer and Chenin Blanc, two of my favorite white wines. So let's see. And it's going to be on the drier side. I got cork in it, guys. Don't pay attention. Don't watch.
You're a cork dork, though. You're supposed to
I am a cork dork. Just flick it out like you would a fly, right? Swirl it up.
You think cork is mostly carbs?
Cork?
Maybe some proteins?
I have no idea. Cork is made out of cork. It's from a tree, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Jessica is finishing her glass of Topazo, so she's got some.
Give us your impressions. I'm curious. This one, it's not my favorite, but I'm more of a sweet guy, so not surprising.
So I'm getting like the fruity notes that I got from the last one, but it's a lot more. It has more minerality. It has more acidity. It's drier. So I feel like this with something like brie, something creamy to kind of like balance out the acidity would be fabulous. Pairings that are recommended by Alex, our winemaker, is crab cakes, grilled scallops, shrimp Gruyere, and mozzarella. Cheers, Jessica.
Yeah, creamy cheese for sure.
Cheers. You need some cheese?
No, I'm saying it'd go well with creamy cheese.
Oh yeah, it would go great. Mardi Gras pan-fried oyster BLT is the pairing recipe.
Oyster BLT.
That looks bomb.
That's an idea.
Have you ever had fried oysters?
Not in a BLT. I mean, like a po' boy. Oh, wait, yeah. No.
So like it's like a po' boy, but they added bacon to it. It looks fire. I'm just saying. Jessica says, I like this and I don't like white wines and it goes really well with anything. I've tried to with mozzarella and it is fabulous. Okay, so it goes great with mozzarella because Jessica's tried it. Ooh, burrata. Burrata. For those who are not on the burrata train.
Aren't you glad you brought it up?
I burrataed it up. Burrata is like my life. I love it. So it is mozzarella with ricotta on the inside, and it's so bomb. And I think burrata with the topazzo, fire, life changing.
Are there a lot of cheese where they combine cheeses? Like, I feel like that should be a thing.
I feel like there's others, but I can't think of something off the top of my head. Like, I feel like people do things with brie. People do things with what's your favorite cheese? Let me know.
Gouda.
Gouda.
Actually, no. Like, a good goat has got me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised.
The goat got your goat. I am like killing the dad jokes tonight. No kids.
No kids allowed.
No kids allowed.
All right, so this is 3, but you're most excited about 4, right?
Yes. Because 4 has been like mad popular over the years, and it never disappoints. So 3 is a wine that I particularly like, a varietal I particularly love, but I think it's a very bad rep. I think there's this movie called Sideways. I think it was Sideways, and I've never watched it for this very reason.
Wait, Brie gave cheese a bad rep?
I'm not talking about cheese. I'm talking about wine.
Okay,
you're not listening to me.
My bad. Nope.
So, anyways, this movie basically said that Merlot was crap, and people kind of stopped buying it, and it like the sales for Merlot plummeted that year. All sorts of stuff. So, and a lot of people, there are 2 kinds of people, I feel like, in the wine world. There are people that don't drink Merlot. There are people that don't drink Chardonnay. And I really feel like if you're one of those people, you are so limiting yourself and limiting your exposure. You really should be open to trying all sorts of things, trying different varietals, trying different regions, because wine from different region can taste totally different. Like something from the old world, which is going to be more earthy and gritty and leathery, versus something from the new world, which is going to be way more fruit forward, something that has like a higher climate. So like, you know, California is typically warmer, so that's why we have more juicy kind of flavored wines, where if you go somewhere that's a little bit colder, a little bit more rugged, you know, the vines have to fight a little bit more to survive. The wine is going to come out a lot more like robust and like powerful. Okay. So, you know, just give it some time. So Merlot is something that I just love. I feel like my friend Kay brought it up as she thinks of it as like the fat lady of wine. Like it's like jolly, it's happy, it's like super fun to be around. It's a good cook. Where like Cabernet is like the brawny man that's like a little bit more like stern and structured. Like they're a married couple, they go great together. They're great, you know, they're both great individually, but like one's just a little bit more like happy and jolly, and it's lighter on the palate than a Cab. So let's give this Merlot a try. It's 100% Merlot. 14% alcohol. Hey, partay. It's going to be on the dry side. Fun fact, Merlot has high sugar content and low acidity. So that makes it, that's why it's like a fat, jolly woman. It's got sugar and it's low acid. So it's like easy on the palate, which makes it and it's very food friendly. So with that, so it's easy to drink. It's easy to pair, something great to have at your Thanksgiving table. I can smell like all sorts of berries on this. Black currant.
It could be my shirt, but like through that whole description, I was imagining a cartoon made up of grape characters, and they're all like got their great personality based on how they taste. And so there's the Merlot that's like maybe not the town lady, but like the like lady around the group that everybody likes. That's just jolly that they go for advice and good home cooking.
It's like the sugar mama.
Ooh, sharp cheddar cheeseburger.
Yes. So is that Jessica still? Yep. Can't wait to try it with a nice sharp cheddar. Yes. I'm for it. This would go great with a cheddar cheeseburger. It might actually. The Manchego is hard to find burger that we make.
A good.
Yeah. A good Manchego is hard to find burger. So it's got Manchego cheese. It's got fig jam. It's got is it fried onions or caramelized onions or shallots? And is that it? Is there like a little?
You said
I said fig jam and a little bit of like bib lettuce. The Manchego is the cheese too. That would go great with this. Ooh, good sound. And the pairing. Ooh, ossobuco. I've never made an ossobuco. Kay, if you watch this, have you ever made one? I'm sure she has. Let her know we're here. Tag her. And yeah, this is like I'm trying to like name that flavor. I think this would age really well. It says 4 to 5 years on the card. I'm seeing that like I'm already getting a little bit of leather or whatever. So when you age your wine, so this is something that came up with the wine tasting with Alex, was like, how do you know a wine is like something that you want to store for a while or whatever? And that is the structure of the wine. Like, does it have like some good structure to it? Does it have some robust flavors? Because when you age it, it's going to create tertiary flavors. So you get the flavor from the first layer of flavors comes from like the fruit itself, the grapes itself, where it was harvested, what like sort of atmosphere came into the skins that was absorbed from around, and then it's like what kind of flavors did it pick up? Secondary flavors come from was it in stainless steel? Was it in oak? Did it get partially steel? Did it get partially oaked? Like what happened during the fermentation process, right? And then tertiary is like what happens in the bottle. So if it's got some good structure, it's got some good bones to it, then it can withstand being in the bottle for a little bit. And then in that bottle, it's going to have a little bit more like oxygen coming through the cork. It's going to have a little bit more time to get to know itself and mature and understand, become more self-aware, and develop some more mature like qualities, which are these tertiary flavors. And I could see that being like phenomenal in like next year. So maybe get a couple of bottles of that and keep it and store it. And now the final wine, the one that I'm most excited about.
It's the final wine now.
Is it? Is it now? Jessica said she had a burger today with blueberry jelly and peanut butter with cheddar on the burger, and oh my gosh, she wished she had that glass of Merlot with it. Ooh, that sounds like it would be
sounds insane,
fabulous with the jelly. I haven't had a peanut butter jelly burger. Like I've seen it. I've seen people do it. I think there's like a restaurant out here in Cali that does it. I think the place that like Nikki wants to take us to, I think they have one.
Is that in LA or out east?
I think it's out east, but I think there is one in LA too.
Oh, you talking about 50/50 or?
I have no idea what not that place, but
Slater's 50/50 is what I was thinking of. But yeah, that's a bacon and I think it's
like
bacon in the burger.
Half bacon, half beef inside the patty for 50/50. But
100% heart attack.
Yeah. Jay's allergic to nuts, so I tend to stay away from a lot of like the peanut butter like goodness as much as I love it. Like I used to be the kid that would like literally stick her hand in a jar of peanut butter and be like, yes. But
walking around with clumpy peanut hand.
Yes. Not really, but more like I guess I would actually use a spoon. I got a little maybe when I was like way younger.
We got spatulas now.
But yeah, I just like lick it off the spoon. Ooh, I need a drop stop for that. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, and it's like one of my favorite red varietals. So this is I don't even think I showed you the bottle. The Jim Cellars Ruby, 2018 Ruby. So 2018, that a lot of the wines, let's talk about vintage for a second. So if a wine has a year on it, that means that is the year that all the grapes were harvested. So if a wine does not have a year on it, typically that means that it's a blend of different year harvests. And that's where, like, you know, when people say like, oh, 2014 was an amazing year, it's because based off of that region, they had like great rain, they had just like all of the perfect storm, if you will, of all the things to make the growing season perfect and the harvest season amazing, so that it could make even better wine. So certain vintages do tend to be more expensive just because it was just that perfect season for grape growing. And so that's kind of what the big deal about vintages are. And I mean, it is what it is. I would say with champagne, if you can ever find, most champagne is non-vintage, but if you can ever find a champagne that is vintage, that is also from the Champagne region of France, so it's real champagne, it's going to be mad expensive, but it's going to be awesome, okay? I'll just let you know that. All right, so this is a sweet red blend. Is it a blend? Yes, it's a blend of Zinfandel, which is one of my favorite red wines, and then Petit Syrah. So yeah,
one of my favorites.
I thought it was Petit Verdot as you're running your favorites.
No, that one's too tart and like tanniny on the tongue.
Gotcha. Look at you saying words.
I know. I was gonna say like stark and like dry, but I was like, I guess I'll use the actual word this time.
Yes, look at you. So this is actually recommended to be served chilled. For me, how I define chilled is cellar temperature, so like 50 degrees. So like a little like colder than where you keep your home at. I mean, I keep mine at 70, so a lot colder than what you would keep your home at, but like warmer than what you would keep your like actual refrigerator. So like if you have a wine fridge, keeping it at like 50, 55 is a great for both your whites and your reds. Because oftentimes we drink our reds too warm and our whites too cold. And if it's too cold, it's going to mute the flavor and you're not going to like get all the goodness out of it. But if it's too warm, then it amplifies like, you know, the tannins like and the acidity and some of those like bad things that you just, you know, it makes it for a bad mouthfeel when a wine is too warm. You can also like start to turn it to vinegar and like cork it. So that's another thing.
And then cook with it.
So then you cook with it when your wine goes bad. So what was I going to say? So ooh, it smells like candy and strawberries and jelly.
A chocolate.
Chocolate, I can get with it.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yes. Ooh, there's like a pepperiness to it that I wasn't expecting. Now I got like red wine all over my lips. A little bit of sweetness. Like it says, so our bottles have this like sweetometer on it. Sweetometer. So like it's written backwards for you guys, but you can see there's like sweet on this side and dry on this side. So it's got sweet all the way. It's all the way over to the sweet side. I will say it's extremely smooth. I don't feel any sort of astringency, any sort of tannins, acidity really like in the mouth. There's just like a little bit of like, I wouldn't call it a burn, but like, let's see, it's 14.5% alcohol. So I guess I can feel that alcohol in the back of my throat. And that's what I'm feeling. But overall, like, I wouldn't call it like it's very berry, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's sweet. Like I feel like sweetness is on the tip of your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like super firing off. I'm pulling out more, and it might be the wine that I had before, like having the Merlot before, which is a lot drier, and it's changing like the taste, and it might taste different without having something in front of it. But it's got some good like tannin on it because like it's drying out a little bit on my tongue too.
I'd say it was chilled really well.
It's perfect temperature. It's perfect temperature. It's delicious. I could see like having this with a steak. I could see having this with pizza. I could see having this with chocolate, like dark chocolate.
I could see having this with bacon.
Bacon? Speaking of bacon, prosciutto, pear, and balsamic bites. So prosciutto is like bacon. Boom. Chocolate cake, manchego, gruyere. So that good manchego with the fig jam would also go fabulous with this. The pairing recipe is easy mocha molten cakes. Lava cake, eh? Put that in your mouth. Love it. No, we're not a fan of that one.
I don't know. It's just it. You said it's so strong.
Put that in your mouth. You're welcome.
Yeah, that should be your sign off for every wine you review that you like.
Yes. Yes. It only took me 5 years to get a sign off, but yes. Okay. This was amazing. I love all the wines. They all get a put that in your mouth review. Let me know if you've tried any of these wines, let me know what are your favorites. If you haven't tried the wines but would like to, make sure that you are a part of the wine club. If you join before the end of the month, you can get these wines, and then you can also get the December wines. Or, if you want to skip December, that's totally fine too. We can do that. Or you can just individually order them. You don't have to be a member of the wine club. I am dropping my Linktree link so you can have access to the links to my podcast, the links to the wine club, the links to just straight up shop wine, as well as the links to look at the business opportunity. If that's something that you're like, how does she make money? And you want to know a little bit more about that. All of it is covered within this Linktree link. So thank you so much for watching and joining. I hope you had a good time. Hope you learned a little bit of something about some wine. Let me know what you learned, and I will catch you later. Put that in your mouth. Cheers.